Hello Year 1, this is Teacher Camille, and this slideshow presentation I am going to give you is a recall of what we have this week. This week, we studied about contraction. And as I've said during our Zoom class, contraction is a word formed after joining two words together using the apostrophe. You can see that the teacher give on or write on the blackboard what is the meaning of contraction. So just as what Teacher Camille said, a contraction is a new word formed when the two different words are joined together. Most of the contraction that we have learned starts with a pronoun and another word is added. It can be is, are, not, will, or have. Going to the next slide, you will see more example about the contraction that we have learned. Now Year 1, in this number 2 slide for this presentation, you will see first in the orange part, two girls. One girl has the two words, are and not. The second girl joined them together and are not becomes aren't. Are not becomes aren't. Are not is two words. There is A-R-E-N-O-T for the second word. The second girl joined them together. It becomes aren't, where you cannot see the letter O anymore. The letter O was changed into an apostrophe. Just like what we did when we have our Zoom class. We removed the letter O, the letter I, or letter A, and replaced it with an apostrophe. Now, look at the second picture in this slide. It shows another meaning for contraction. A contraction is a shorter way to say two words. That is also correct. Just like, for example, I have the two words is not. If I use in the sentence, oh, he is not a teacher. He is not a teacher. But if I am going to use it into a contraction or put is not into the contraction, it becomes isn't. If I'm going to have a sentence for that, I will say, he isn't a teacher. He isn't a teacher. Is not becomes isn't. When you go through the words is not, it becomes isn't when it becomes a contraction. Do you see the letter O? No more. The letter O becomes an? Correct. It becomes an apostrophe. Try to read the other words below. It shows apostrophe will fill the space of the missing letters. So if O is missing, we will change it to apostrophe. I am, two words, becomes one, it becomes I'm. The letter A is replaced by the apostrophe. We are. We are. We change we are into a contraction. It becomes where. No more letter A. Letter A was changed into an apostrophe. Look at the other words in this box that Teacher Camille shared in this slide. You will see that the other letters are changed into an apostrophe to contract the words, the two words, or to make a contraction. Other words are she plus will equals she'll. He plus is equals do plus not equals don't. Correct. You plus have equals you. It plus is equals it's. Did plus not equals didn't. Again, didn't. You plus would equals you'd. They plus are equals there. Very good. Let's try to look on the next slide. This time year 1 in slide number 3, you will see two different sets of boxes. We have the first set are the purple one with the contracted words, two words that became one. Beside it are the sentences wherein we use the contracted word and the contractions. Now, example is I am. We all know that if we put I am together, the contraction that will be formed is I'm. Beside it, you will see the sentence, I am reading a book. I am reading a book. But if you are going to use a contraction, you will read the sentence this way, I'm reading a book. I am reading a book. I'm reading a book. It's faster or shorter when we read the words because we are using the contraction when we have I'm. We have you are equals to the contraction your. I'll read you are first. You are my good friend. You are my good friend. Now, can you read the sentence that used the contraction your? You're my good friend. You're my good friend. It slides when you read it because the contraction made it shorter. The third is we will. We will becomes will. We will. We will try again. If I will use we will. But if you will use the contraction, can you please read the green part? We'll try again. We'll try again. Quicker, right? And shorter. Last is do not. Do not, when big and contracted, it becomes don't. Do not shout here or don't shout here. Do not shout here. Don't shout here. Do not and don't. Don't is shorter and quicker when saying it, right? That is what contraction is. In the next two slides, you will see there some activity that you can do at home. It's like an exercise for you to see if you can put the two words together into a contraction or you can put the two words for the contraction I give you in exercise number 2. What you will do is, you are going to write in 2 separate paper. 1 paper for exercise 1 and 1 paper for exercise number 2. When you are done answering, what you can do is, you can take a picture of that answers that you have for exercise 1 and exercise 2, and please add it in your album. Then, Teacher Camille will be checking your album if you are able to get or follow the exercise well. I will be waiting for that exercise sheets that you will be sending. See you next week. Goodbye.